Hello, it is Saturday, July 31st, 2021. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to my New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's Saturday. It is the toughest puzzle of the week, we expect. If you were watching yesterday's Friday puzzle, you will hopefully be pleased to know that I did make my train. So here I am in Oxford, in a hotel room for the weekend on a little holiday, a small city break, our first of the current period in which we find ourselves. And so I'm just going to get started with this one, as I did yesterday, pretty quickly, so as not to waste too much time. Hope you're all having a good weekend. Ready to get started? Okay. Ring up. Well, you'd think it was call. It could be on a phone, but it's got a question mark, so maybe not. Playing at a party, maybe. Could be DJing, maybe. I'm not getting good response from my wireless keyboard here. That's not very confidence-inspiring. Household locale where the Coriolis effect is supposedly observed. Oh, interesting. I don't know what that is, but I'll be curious to. U.S. soccer legend Blank Howard. Uh-oh. This does not bode well so far. Devil Blank the Tailors. Pub game. Don't know. Kept going. I'm not sure yet. Co-founder of Artists Against Fracking. Boy, I'm really having some trouble. I don't know if this is apparent on the stream, but there's sort of weird visual. No, it doesn't look like it is. I'm getting weird visual artifacts that are making it hard for me to identify where the cursor is. And when I glance at the recording preview, they are not in it. So I don't know what is happening. Stage offering. Well, I assume this is, a drama or something like that. I mean, it could technically be that, but I don't think I have enough yet. Like the 16th century ruler Cuauhtémoc. My guess would be Mayan, based on the name. It could be Incan, but I think my guess is Mayan. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Vitamin Shop competitor is probably GNC, which came up in a crossword, actually, I think a couple of weeks ago. Boy, I'm really barely able to manipulate this thing. Do not like that. Oh, no, sorry. Probably Olmec. Okay. Which is also, which is related. Okay. Vetoes. Could be nose. Playing at a party, maybe. Maybe this is DJing. Dating profile info. Not sure offhand. Household locale where the Coriolis effect is supposedly observed. Cold War era group that included Louis Armstrong. Oh, no, sorry, this isn't Olmec, this is Aztec. Because this definitely includes jazz. Louis Armstrong, well-known jazz musician. Why? Oh my, this is very difficult to play. I'm going to have to figure out what's going wrong. There might be something wrong with the transmission of my wireless keyboard and mouse. I apologize. It's probably not apparent to you on the video, but it's making this quite difficult. There was a program that the United States, probably the State Department, had in the Cold War that sent musicians like Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington, I think, around the world sort of as cultural ambassadors. Maybe it's jazz ambassadors. All right, well, that fits. Essentially to sort of like I guess to promote America's image and sort of Western culture, I guess, in a way. Kept going. Well, kept going, I see. It could be ran on. I don't mean to run on and on about my technical difficulties. Hopefully they turn out to be fine. Household locale where the Coriolis effect is supposedly observed. Oh, maybe a drain? It's the sort of whirlpool thing. Could that be related? Let's look. Blank nerve, biceps neighbor. Probably ends in L. I mean, it just honestly, just based on sort of muscle names and names of body parts, I'm just sort of guessing that'll be true. Dating profile info. Intellect? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Sorry. Apologize if that's clear. Specs for a modiste. Specs. Could it be spectacles? Glasses? Probably ends with an ES. I'm guessing there's an E there. I mean, I don't know. Seems like there would have to be. Where home might be found. Looks like maybe home on a keyboard because it's capital. Home is capitalized, so it's a proper noun. It's sort of labeling something specific. But it also could be something else, of course. Let's go back to the acrosses, I think. Moniker for a noted Boston skyscraper with the. Okay, here's another case where my year or two in Boston gives me some advantage here. I think this is the Prudential building. Salon stock. Oh, it could be hair dyes or something. Let's look around. Accessible. Feels like that could be a few meanings of accessible. Bet you can't beat my score. Top this, top that. Top something that begins with TH, probably. U.S. soccer legend blank Howard. I don't know. Tim, Tom, Tad. Can't think of any women's names that start with T and or three letters off the top of my head. Tia, I don't know. Co-founder of Artists Against Fracking. Ono, maybe? Yoko Ono? I mean, she certainly was an activist. Let's just put that in and see. Salon stock. Oh, maybe Moose. So this probably is Tim or Tom Howard. Oh, I just can't get the keyboard to work. Accessible. Well, in or on could both conceivably begin this. In reach, maybe? If something is accessible, it is within your reach. Readathon supporters, for short. Oh, maybe this isn't in reach. I can't. Okay, sorry. I will stop complaining about this. I will just silently endure the issues. I think this is PTA's, Parent-Teacher Associations. I suspect that's actually come up in a puzzle in the last couple weeks as well. Window you might want to close quickly. Not sure offhand. Cans. Well, it could be cans as in fires from a job. Could be cans as in your rear end. Could be cans as in prisons, I guess. Is that a... I'm not sure. Okay, let's just keep looking around. Stuffed. Well, if it's stuffed in the sense that you've eaten enough, you could be sated. Utter. Oh boy, this is on the tip of my tongue with that B. It feels like this is something very specific, and it's a word that I definitely know and cannot bring to mind, annoyingly. A tough, uncompromising sort. Don't know. Kafka's unfinished first novel, published posthumously in 1927. Oh, I don't know. 5 stars from me. I love it. I don't. Does that fit? That seems so obvious and generic. Let's look over here just in case. Relief. Feels though I'm off my game this weekend, I have to admit. Charge. Could be charge as in to sort of rush towards something. Could be charge as in charging someone a fee. Let's just keep looking. It's a blessing. remember we had mixed blessing as an answer recently. So it's a blessing. This could be religious context. It could be a few different, I mean, there's few religious contexts. There's religious context in something a priest would do to you. There's blessing before a meal, saying grace before eating. There's bless you when you bless someone because they've sneezed, which maybe is actually Gesundheit, German for, I actually don't know what it is, what it means in German. It doesn't look like it would be bless you, but that's sort of the equivalent phrase in English, so maybe that's what it is. Devil blank the tailors, pub game. Well, it might end with an ing because that G is there. So let's look. Charge. Not sure. 5 stars from me. Well, if it ends in, if this I is in Devil Blank the Tailors, then this wouldn't be I love it. What could this conceivably be if that were an L? Doesn't seem very likely. Specs for a modiste. What is a modiste? I don't know what that is, actually. Could this be dress sizes? I think dress size or dress sizes came up in a recent puzzle. That would be sort of funny. Having designs. Sly, maybe? As in having sort of plots and plans. Inside dope. Okay, well, if you have the inside dope on something, you have the skinny. I would love the inside dope on this podcast's solution, the skinny. Tough, uncompromising sort. Well, with this double S, I mean, it kind of looks like it could be hard ass. Maybe it is. Kafka's unfinished first novel, published posthumously in 1927. I don't think this is something I know, to be honest. Ring up. Ring up. Could it be a ring on a finger? What would that mean? Hand? No. Devil axing the tailors? I mean, I don't know if this is actually ing, but it seems like it would be, doesn't it? Stage offering. Relief. This 5 stars for me does look like it ends in it. It does appear that that's the case. Oh, charge could be onus, as in it is your charge to take care of this person. The onus is on you to do this. It's your sort of burden, in a way. Ring up. This is one of those ones that feels like I should be able to see this better than I am. Oh, wait. Stage offering is probably review. This meaning of review, meaning what defines this sort of review? I always think of it as sort of being a mix and match performance. Not mix and match, but a sort of a variety of things being performed. It's almost a sort of a lighthearted performance often. Okay, let's see. 5 stars from me. Well, okay, maybe it is loved it. And I wasn't getting anywhere with that ing on the Taylor's thing, so let's try this. Ring up. Oh, halo? A ring above your head, maybe? Could that be what that is? Devil blank the Taylors. Double along the Taylors? Oof, this is risky because I don't know what this Kafka novel is. Relief. Oh, relief is aid, of course. I should have gotten that immediately. Oh, America. Actually, that does ring a bell. So, Devil among the Taylors. Okay, great. We've got that northwestern quadrant filled out. That's good. I'm glad I didn't have to resort to guessing over there. Okay, what else? Let's see. Let's move on. Where home might be found. That capitalized home really feels as though it's constraining the possibilities here, but I'm not able to see the shape of what the constraints are, unfortunately. I'm also not able to progress to the next clue. Oh, no. I think you might be seeing a real-time version of what I'm doing, and I'm seeing a delayed version, which is very odd. Wow, that's wild. Some fresh starts. Oh, well, it could start with new. And that would make this, if this were sort of, could start with whoa or what a something. Mount blank, highest peak in the Philippines. Not sure. Exemption from usual consequences. Could end in pass. Then you have a pass. What kind of pass would that be? I mean, this Gesundheit looks pretty rock solid at this point, so I'm assuming these things are correct. Dating profile info. What is this? Until... I feel as though these things up here are correct. I guess this could be ulnar, not ulnull. It could be that. It could be ulnar. Ulnar nerve. It could be that. Oh, interests. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty presumptuous of me to put in that L at the end there before I had more crosses, but at least I second guessed myself eventually. Okay, so where home might be found. Why am I not seeing this? I think I'm so fixated on it being the home key on a keyboard that my brain is unable to go elsewhere, so I should probably just ignore it for now. Oh boy, this utter. I want to say abject, which would be correct, but obviously doesn't fit, and it doesn't fit for several reasons. Sorry. I'm sure I should be getting that. Wow, that's wild. What a time? What a something? Let's see. What if we put in what? Regardless. Mount blank. Wait, I'm just not... Okay, sorry. I said I would stop complaining about the technical things. Ice cream shop posting. Flavors? Maybe? Blank ops. Oh, actually, yeah, maybe could be psyops. Psychic operations. I think the CIA became incredibly obsessed during the Cold War. During the Cold War, as referred to in The Clue for Jazz Ambassadors, with all sorts of bizarre experiments, thinking they could do things like mind control, maybe telekinesis and things like this. And psyops maybe is associated with that, although psyops might be something different. That might be the sort of psychological warfare, like when they play loud music all night to sort of destabilize people mentally. Maybe that's what psyops is. Okay, it includes : / Well, that's definitely a URL, a uniform resource locator, maybe is what that stands for. A web address, in common parlance. Operation that yields the remainder from dividing two numbers in math lingo. This is modulus or modulo, I believe, MOD. So, for instance, 7 modulus or mod 7 mod 3 would be 1, because if you divide 7 by 3, your remainder is 1. Because you'd have to have 6, which is the closest number under 7 that is divisible by 3, and then, or 2, whatever I said, and then the remainder from that would be 1. Okay, Motorcycle Pioneers, blank and Effie Hotchkiss. I don't know. Splash against. Probably lap at, as in waves lapping at your feet. Relatives of cornets. So I think Louis Armstrong, one of the instruments he played maybe was a cornet and trumpet. Relatives of cornets. But I'm not seeing this, embarrassingly, despite that. Stop responding. If one stops responding, one clams up. Motorcycle Pioneers. Yeah, okay, I just don't know that name, certainly. Relatives of cornets. Oh, clarinets. Oh, no. That doesn't look like it fits. Interesting. Interesting. What am I not seeing there? I think Benny Goodman, who might also have been a jazz ambassador, was a clarinet player. Might be. Anyway, exemption from usual consequences. Oh, a free pass? Yeah, I suppose you have a free pass. I have a bit of a free pass to be pretty shaky on this crossword today, I hope, after being a bit pressed again for time. With dispatch, rapidly. Motorcycle pioneers Blank and Effie Hotchkiss. I don't know. This doesn't look like a name that I recognize. Relatives of Cornets. Some fresh starts. Oh, new eras, maybe? Oh, whoops. I spelled rapidly incorrect. I'm sorry. You probably all saw that immediately because it's very obvious. Either I spelled it correctly or my keyboard was flipping letters around, which has been happening. Rapidly, not ripidly. Okay, so Avis does look more like a name. And then this does look like clarinets. What is this? Is there a similar instrument name that I'm less familiar with? Oh, that's a little bit disconcerting. Wow, that's wild. What a time, maybe? Home of the world's longest road tunnel, 15 miles. Oh boy, that could be anything. Okay, well, let's just keep looking around the puzzle for now. The BA of the Boston Museum MOBA. Museum of something arts, probably? Rotated in a way to a pilot. Oh, could this be yawed? Oh. Most times. Smartens up. Wises up, I suppose. Porous soil. Oh, is this Loess, Loess? Is that correct? That sort of sounds familiar to me, but I'm not completely confident. So let's look at some crosses. Regardless, at any rate, I do intend to get this puzzle done, one way or the other. 13 across in French, Among Us. Oh boy, I can barely manipulate this puzzle. Okay, well, that would be. It's just. Oh, I see. It's just among. It's just among. So, would this be autre? What would this be? Entre? One of 250,000 in 1937's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So probably a cell of animation. Entropy is chaos. This can't be good. Would be oh no. Most times, ordinarily. Oh. Singer-songwriter Folds, Ben Folds, pianist of the Ben Folds 5, BA of the Boston Museum MOBA. Okay, well, that was the least useful cross we could have gotten because, of course, it starts with B because the acronym starts with B. The letter in question is a B. Creature from the Black Lagoon co-star. I don't know. Could end in Adams or Adair or something. Word in the name of many candy offshoots. Many candy offshoots. Not sure what that's getting at entirely. Ostentatious display. Not sure offhand. Opening in a leaf. Oh boy. This is scratching at sort of some neuron firing somewhere. It's a stoma or stemma or something. Let's sort of tentatively put that in and see if it helps with the crosses. Ostentatious display. Oh, okay. Could this be right? I thought of that, but I wasn't sure if a right necessarily conveyed ostentatiousness, but let's look. Okay, joie de vivre. Okay, that could be elan, just sort of gusto, that sort of sensation. patronizes in a way. Could be patronizes as in shops at a store. Could be patronizes as in condescends to. Don't know about these letters here. Let's look here. Early trials informally. I don't know. Maybe this is incorrect. Phase? Sports Illustrated's 2019 Sports Person of the Year. Not my favorite clue. Smallish hail size. A pea, maybe? Compare hailstones to peas. Okay, patronizes in a way. I guess it could be stays in. I suppose Elon could be wrong as well. Could this be something else? I mean, it could be. Definitely could be. This looks like it could end in Adams. I mean, Adams is a name. That's the only reason I'm saying that. This creature from the Black Lagoon co-star. What is this across? The BA of the Boston Museum. I mean, yeah, it could very much... it's possible, I suppose, that the BA itself could be the first two letters of a word. But probably not. Well, I don't know. I just don't know. Could it be bad art? Actually, you know what? I think it might be. Museum bad art. And then patronizes in a way could be stays at or stays in, as in a hotel. I'm actually currently patronizing a hotel. I'm currently staying in it. So that could be stays in or stays at. It would be, if it were stays at, I would have this leaf thing correct. And if it were stays in, I might have Elon correct. So there's a bit of a paradox going on. Not a paradox, but something, got a tough juxtaposition there. Early trials unfortunate or informally. Prelims? Okay, so Elon must have been incorrect, I suppose. So what is that? Joie de vivre. So if this is stays at... I see. Ostentatious display. It's not right. Sorry. But actually, strangely enough, it shares most of the letters. It might be Ritz, as in putting on the Ritz, which I guess derives from the Hotel Ritz, of which there's one in London. So joie de vivre is zest, is what that is. If you have a sort of zest for life. Because joie de vivre, I think, literally would mean joy of life, joy of living. Okay, so maybe this is stoma. Boy, that was pretty lucky. Word in the name of, I see. Word in the name of many candy offshoots. It must be minis. There are many candies, have a mini version. Sometimes referred to counterintuitively as fun size. Creature from the Black Lagoon co-star. It is Adams. Look at that. I don't know who, Adams who, but that looked like a name that might fit in there, and it seems it has. I suppose it could be Mick Adams. Window you might want to close quickly. Not really sure what that's getting at. Some okay fighters. Oh, I never looked at this, I don't think. Some okay fighters. Okay. Could this be the OK Corral, the sort of storied Western dual location? Would that work here? I'm not sure. It is abbreviated. If it were if OK with this abbreviation were itself the official name of the place, then I suppose this wouldn't be indicating an abbreviated answer, because this would be actually using the full correct name. But if this is abbreviated, then that means our answer will need to be abbreviated. And I don't know which it is. Wow, that's wild. Maybe this is What a Time. What a time we're living in. Truly. Home of the world's largest road tunnel, 15 miles. I don't know. This utter is the most irritating clue in the puzzle for me, because it really feels as though I should be able to get it pretty much instantly, and I'm not seeing it, and I am irritated at myself. See some flashing on the video preview. I hope that's not coming through. This whole thing has been racked with issues. Window you might want to close quickly. Oh, bet you can't be my score, right? So this could be top that or top this. Top that sounds a bit more natural because if you're talking about a score, it's something that's already happened as opposed to something that's about to happen. And top that sounds more accurate to me in that context. Although I could imagine it being either, but that does seem more correct. Where home might be found. Cans. U.S. soccer legend blank Howard. Well, it does look like Tim Howard or Tom Howard. Accessible. I'm betting this is an I. In. Does look like it would be in reach, doesn't it? But this also does look like PTAs. This is the most stuck I've gotten in recent memory, I think. Oh, I think I recognize this. Rapinoe, Megan Rapinoe. I think she's a soccer player in the U.S. Is that correct? Some okay fighters. Oh, okay. So this might be Earps, as in Wyatt Earp, who I think Earps came up. I think Wyatt came up in a puzzle recently, actually. Window you might want to close quickly. Creature from the Black Lagoon co-star. Oh, the problem is this is a name, so right, so it could be, and it's it really could be almost anything. Window you might want to close quickly. This relative of cornets looks like clarions, doesn't it? That looks like a word. Cans. Where home might be found. Could it be a game? As in the home team and the away team? Would that work? Doesn't look great over here. Window you might want to close quick. Oh, maybe it's an ad? Like a pop-up ad? Oh, that would make this wrong. Boy, I've led myself astray a few times today. Would that work? Pop-up ad? Oh, and then utter is absolute. Good Lord, I am sorry. That should have been so obvious so much earlier. So then what is this? Oh, wow, that's wild. What a trip is what that is. Okay, home of the world's longest road tunnel. Could it be Norway? Where home might be found. Menu page? Does that make sense? Creature from the Black Lagoon co-star. That could make this Julie McAdams. Cans. Oh, Johns, as in a toilet. What was that? The one meaning of can I didn't come up with? Good Lord. Accessible in range. There it is. Okay. All right. That was the puzzle. Boy, that was maybe the roughest solve on this channel to date. So, and I really, really apologize for griping about the technical issues. It was, I don't know how apparent that was to you on the stream. I actually don't think it was apparent, but it was making it very difficult for me to interact with the puzzle for some reason. Okay, got there. I got there. Could have been worse, but it could have been much, much better. Thank you. Thank you for your patience if you've made it this far in the video. Let's look back over this puzzle. This one really gave me some challenge. There were a number of proper nouns in this one. I think I got lucky in a few cases. I think jazz ambassadors was pretty lucky for me, I would say. Even though I didn't nail it immediately, I do think I was lucky with this leaf stoma thing. I think weirdly, one of the reasons I remember that is because I don't ever remember it. It's one of those things I can sort of imagine the illustration in a biology textbook or something of a leaf with the diagrams and the parts pointing to different things. And I can always sort of imagine this word on there, but I can never quite imagine the whole thing. So I feel as though I always remember about 80, 60% of the letters. But because of that, I think it's actually lodged even more deeply in my brain for whatever reason. Very, very disappointed in myself at not getting absolute sooner. I mean, there's nothing tricky about this. This is a very straightforward clue and a very straightforward answer. And I just hemmed and hawed for the entire puzzle. I think I got lucky with dress sizes. That was sort of an odd one because a modiste, this must be, I mean, if someone is modish, they're sort of fashionable. I mean, I wonder if this sort of has some sort of meaning as a fashionable person. I think I lucked out with that. And I think the main reason I did is because I believe dress size was an answer in a recent crossword. And having that Z and then there was an S over here was helpful. So yeah. Oh, sorry. I never credited the constructors of this crossword. This was by Brian Thomas and Brooke Husick and edited as always by Will Shorts. Yeah, a tough one. No theme or anything, just I got lucky with Gesundheit, I would say. The meaning of blessing. I mean, that really shows this puzzle absolutely, as I've said so many times and clearly have not yet fully internalized myself, it is so important to consider all of the different meanings of a clue, especially as we get further into the week. Because Gesundheit was a huge help. And what is the one that I missed in that sense? It was John's. That was one where I did not consider all the meanings of the word can. And it meant I really didn't have a chance of coming to this answer until I had enough clues, until I had enough crosses filled that it was basically self-evident. So that's my lesson. That's often the lesson, but it continues to be. And as I said the other day in my preamble, but before one of the videos, it is genuinely, I think, sort of helpful to your facility with language to develop that skill. It is good to have a more thorough understanding of the language or a language that you speak, and being accustomed to thinking through different senses of a word. One, it helps your comprehension of other people or written works, but also it increases your own facility with language and vocabulary, which I think can only be a good thing. I mean, it can't be a bad thing. So that's the puzzle for Saturday. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully, assuming nothing goes wrong, for the Sunday puzzle, which will, I imagine, be a little easier than this one, but also bigger than this one, as is the case every Sunday. So I hope you join me then. I hope you're enjoying the series. If you are enjoying the series, please subscribe so you see these videos every morning when they go up, and you can watch me sometimes struggle with the puzzle I've been presented with, but sometimes less so. And if you are enjoying my struggle here, then why not pass the word on to a friend? And if you're particularly enjoying it, you could toss me a couple of quid or a few bucks on my Ko-fi page, which is a donation page for just this sort of non-professional endeavor to help people who make this sort of thing sustainable in the long run within their lives. And if you could do that, that is enormously meaningful. Of course, I understand not everyone is in a position to do so, which is completely fine. With that, I'll take my leave. I will see you tomorrow. I hope you're here again for the Sunday Daily Solve. Have an excellent Saturday. Take care.